Cryptocurrency regulation. Should we just start this video? So hi, welcome to the channel. If you are new, please do subscribe, bell button, like, comment, all kinds of good stuff. Let's cut to some lovely little footage of like the banking sector or whatever. I don't know. Find something. But I want to put my thoughts out there in terms of regulation, what I feel is required, needed, all kinds of good stuff, because I am pro-regulation for certain factors. Not all of it, but for the scams, the money laundering, the shittiness of it, the Uniswap scams, getting people, you know, realistically screwed. Talk about education first. Education is the first form of it. We've seen over the last few years little educational companies that come and go. Signal groups, pump and dump schemes, we've got Ponzi schemes, we've got all kinds of horrible mining schemes. They'll all come underneath this umbrella of regulatory sort of bodies involved. That is why my company essentially is regulated in a way that it's got accredited course, it's been fully checked, accredited, and it's actually an actual qualification that's at a decent standard. Now, that is just education. We've got a whole array of problems. We've got Uniswap scams left, right, and centre, pasta coin, spaghetti coin, bolognese coin. You've seen them, right? All kinds of stuff has to change. But going into the screen now, boom, hello. Crypto Whale has put a little bit of an article out here. Really, really good account. Definitely worth a look. Now, there's a 167-page draft text expected to be presented in the next coming weeks. The EU will be the first major player in the world of cryptocurrency regulation. It is required. Fuck me, is it? Now, let's talk about it. So, but some cryptocurrencies are seen as the money of the future because they offer instant payment systems in terms of low fees and quick and easy, which is why we're here, let's be honest. Now, I want to laugh at a few people on my comment section. Hi, if this is you. People that really disagree with spending cryptocurrencies as a form of payment. I don't understand that. It's a currency, for fuck's sake, man. Just spend it. And regulation will enable, in my opinion, regulation in simple terms to allow more and more people to accept and use cryptocurrencies because it's got that umbrella of regulation on it. Buyer protection, I've been speaking about that with Uterus recently. So it's vitally important we understand that regulation may bring more people into the space, more legitimate players that will allow the use of cryptocurrencies to grow. It's a currency, for fuck's sake. It needs to. You can't just buy it and hold it. It's not Pokemon cards, let's be honest. So, the primary target for speculators and money launderers and authorities are especially concerned about digital currencies backed by sovereign currencies known as stablecoins, which includes Facebook's Libra. Stablecoins is going to be very, very interesting. I personally think that the idea of a stablecoin will be adapted and changed over the next coming years. I also think that they'll be probably used in the monetary system that we're used to, the traditional system, because it's fucked. Let's be honest. They have to do something with it. So, with all this, as you can see, I've highlighted a few things. The Commission will not cover digital currencies that central banks are developing. That's key. But tailoring the legislation, can't even speak, will obviously to the level of risk. The Commission expects to foster a market worth of around 350 billion current prices and spread over more than 6,700 digital currencies. A lot of them are dog shit, we know that. But there's all kinds of challenges with that. Cryptocurrency developers should produce a white paper with all the relevant information about the issuer, the token, and the trading platform to enable potential buyers to make an informed purchase on We know the drill, right? Now, fundamentals are there's going to be potential fines in place here. Obviously, 5% of the issuer's annual turnover. There has to be some sort of buyer protection, in my opinion, for a lot of things. You got to think, right? Stock market versus cryptocurrency, right? We are buying. Let's be honest. This is what we're buying. You're probably confused now. We are buying into cryptocurrency projects that are on the open market that are governed the price based on speculation, right? Now, hear me out. A lot of the white papers are shite. Utter shit. They are promises on a piece of paper. They are like your girlfriend going into your room with you with a piece of paper saying, I want to buy this house, I want to buy all of this, but I want it at this price. You cannot guarantee it. You cannot guarantee it's going to happen, and you cannot guarantee that things will be in place. This is like buying into cryptocurrency. You have no control, and it's different with the stock market. You got an IPO, you got use case, you've got financial record, you've got a full company with premises. We don't have anything here. We have nothing here. It's a wild west. And this is why you need to take profits. This is why you need to be doing your research and find good solid projects. There is solid projects that are a part of a company with real partnerships and real use cases, but they're at the top of the tree. We all know that. The ones at the bottom that people are like, oh, let's just buy this because it's going to go up in value. It's all speculation. You've got to be careful with those. So, with all the cryptocurrencies that have gone live over the last few weeks, 500 in total over August, for example, Uniswap scams or Spaghetti Coin, DeFi's dog shit anyways, let's be honest, it's all, majority of it, it's all scam at the moment because it's opportunity. And here in the conclusion, I believe these regulations will have a massive impact, in my opinion, massive. This is a large impact, obviously. At first, lots of panic and fear, such as the ICOs, the scam tokens, will be quickly worthless. And we've already seen worthless tokens become even more worthless and CEOs doing a runner. So, let's move on a little bit. United States. Haha. Sorry, Americans, you get shafted anyways. This is an old article, but we're just going to go over some stuff. Literally, cryptocurrency in America, it's pretty much pointless, let's be honest. I mean, it's harder to use, obviously. The SEC have clamped down on it. The regulations in terms of exchanges that you can use is a pain in the ass. The taxations are much higher. They pretty much don't trust it, let's be honest. We know that for a fact. So just be careful, but all kinds of fear. But we've already seen here, Cryptocurrency Intelligence Program for 2021 is coming, which offers rules and requirements for tax reporting in order to pave the way for widespread adoption of blockchain technology within the country. So stuff's coming next year, essentially, for America. More taxing, all kinds of stuff. You know, the Twitter CEO is a part of like the federal programs to help the economy through cryptocurrency application, the Cash App. There's all kinds of stuff happening in the pipeline, but we're not there yet. Regulation in terms of a good situation has to be allowed to be used as adoption. Regulation, it works, it's audited, it is safe to put your money in, that's obvious. It can be spent efficiently and effectively with protection that money cannot be lost, that's obviously key. And then all the situations in place in terms of financial bodies, so taxation and all kinds of stuff like that. If it happens, and it is easy to use, and it is easy to be taxed, and it works as a physical currency, it's good. Because what will happen? It will go up in price. It will go up in price. However, if we resist it, if we're all against it, it won't. It will go down because people will sell it and they'll lose trust in it. So it's a double-edged sword, realistically, isn't it? Let's be honest. Now, my thoughts are simple. The system's in place. We use it. It's better than what we've used to. It's cheaper to use. It's more free and able to use, and you can actually physically have it safe, and you know that the bank's not going to lend it out. All good for me. All good for me because nothing changes. It depends on how far it goes. But other things as well here. We've got like other elements. This is obviously a Forbes contributor article. It's a paid article, but overall, it's quite decent because you've got obviously cryptocurrencies are a threat to the monetary policy. Taxation, hiding your money, all kinds of stuff like that. You've got volatile, based on speculation. I've always said this, there's too much speculation in the cryptocurrency market. There's too many underlying shitty tactics where you literally, you know, let's be honest, if you go into certain places, you find stuff out before it even happens. We know insider trading happens in the stock market. It's really rife in the cryptocurrency market. We all know what's going to come. And those opportunities allow you to make money. Those stuff like that will stop. Fines will be in place for all kinds of stuff, as I mentioned before, in terms of CEOs and stuff like that. But ultimately, the world of the free banking and stuff like that, I think if the government are on board with the use of cryptocurrencies to enable expenditure and taxation, I think it'll be absolutely fine. I do not see the problem in it as having it as an alternative, in my opinion. But we can't just go against it. If we go against the government and the powers, we're going to lose. We are going to lose, simple as that, because they can easily stop it. Let's be honest. It's very, very easy to do that. We can see that. But other things here, the illicit activity, this is obviously the scams and money laundering. We all know that cash is a scam. We all know that it's a Ponzi scheme. It's fucking dog shit. And ultimately, the powers are you can use cash anonymously. With cryptocurrency, it's a bit harder, realistically. But you got to think as well, the Ponzi schemes, the mining scams are very, very easy to do in crypto versus in the real world with bank accounts, because you're easily traced that way. With cryptocurrency, you can find easy ways to move it around and you can get problems there. Regulation needs to be in place to stop the scams and to allow people to be physically, attached to a wallet essentially. So it's all legit, it's all audited, and you can basically be able to recover funds if things go missing too, which would be pretty cool. But the final one is obviously the privacy token. Now, I get a lot of shite for this because I often say this a few times. I think privacy tokens will be the one that will get hurt the most because regulation will obviously require transparency, won't it? It will require taxation, trust, to allow that. It's a trustable world, essentially, having cryptocurrency. So, that being said, if people are hiding money, it's just going to create friction. It's going to create problems. And regulation, for me, it has to be a two-way street. You have to be able to work in tune with the authorities to allow things to physically work. And if that isn't the case, well, what's the point of having it? Let's be honest. So finally, before we end, we've obviously got other pros and cons of regulation. And I've already spoken quite a lot. And the pros are simple. Taxation, the use case of cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin, stuff like that for the greater good. To be more transparent as a state and stuff like that. To have exchanges fully regulated so they are audited, so they're not going to be a dickhead and they're not going to dump the bags on you. You're going to have different, it's going to take years and years to allow this, but we all know what happens. ICOs come out, the exchanges have a bag in it, they have part of it, the team have huge amount of tokens, they dump on you, they run off with money and they run off into the distance. We don't want that anymore, let's be honest. We want people to be realistically prosecuted for that sort of thing. We want influencers to not shill bags and dump them on people. We want all this stuff to happen. And we want things to be better. We want things to grow. We want our bags essentially to go up in value with the progress of the industry. We want to be able to buy a coin. It is a company. It grows as a company. It has a utility as a company. And it is self-sufficient on that token. You have bought those tokens, they go up in price as it develops. Not to be dumped on, not to be delisted of exchanges because they've done a spelling mistake on their website or they've done something a bit silly and they wiped their ass the wrong way. All kinds of stuff like that we don't want. Regulation stops that. The bad side of it is obviously people don't like change. More documentation is required. All kinds of bollocks will be required. We've already seen with BitMEX, KYC, we've already seen with other exchanges and not being able to buy coins in certain states in America, not being able to buy coins in America, essentially. So there's all kinds of stuff there. But for me, cryptocurrency has to be used for it to be successful. We are in a point where it's not really used that much as we'd like to think it is. It isn't. It's still a niche thing, still a community thing. You can't just go to the shop and go, all right, I've got a load of, you trust in my account, I'll just go and buy some. Boom, boom. It doesn't work like that. So that's my overall thought on it. Whether you agree with me or not, I don't know. I don't really care. But for me, regulation has to happen. It has to be a slow process, though. It has to work in a way that we can use cryptocurrencies correctly, in a right manner. Most importantly, freedom from the banking system still. But our side of the fence is fully regulated. Everyone knows what's happening. And we can't get hurt. See you later.